Consumer activism. What is that? Sounds like another hippy-dippy, greeny-weeny, California kook kind of thing. I say no. Let's just take a look. My friends, thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. Let's get started. Today we're going to talk about consumer activism and how it can fix everything. Yes, everything. What is consumer activism? Well, it's activism undertaken on behalf of consumers to assert consumer rights. Goals include making goods and services available to consumers safer, better quality, environmentally friendly, and more readily available. Essentially, it's exercising the hidden power each one of us has to create the utopia we all long for. Don't be foolish, consumers. Activism is useless. You're so distracted, ignorant, and selfish and lazy, you're never getting out. Don't fall for that lie. Don't do it. You can link anything you care about back to this concept. I've gathered a few examples proving this reality from this week's news. Here we go. The food industry won't stop using antibiotics on its own, and our government can't seem to get behind regulation. With the fear of antibiotic-resistant superbugs or the antibiotics used to unnaturally speed up growth to boost the company's bottom line, this may be an issue you care about. If you do care, you could exercise consumer activism by buying meat that is antibiotic-free. That's a relatively straightforward example, right? Food is always a hot topic button, but what about something a little more under the radar? Deforestation, for example. It's still a big issue, particularly in the Amazon. You know, the Earth's lungs. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. No. Holy cow, brother. Yes, it is. If you're paying attention to what's happening out there, it's still an issue. It's happening legally and illegally. Relying on the government to stop it isn't possible for many reasons, but there is a way. Don't buy the lumber from there. Don't buy the meat or vegetables that come from there. They will stop cutting it down if there was no one to buy it. How about this? BP is saying the Gulf is cleaned up. Yes. Everyone else completely disagrees, and there is a lot of evidence because there's a massive amounts of marine life still suffering, but you can't blame them for making that claim as they are likely tired of paying the worst environmental disaster in U.S. history. Now, this is a hard one for consumer activism because what petroleum company doesn't have a black mark on their record? But this one was particularly bad and relatively recent. So if this is something you care about, perhaps next time when you go to buy gas and you have the choice between Arco or a different one, you'll choose the different one. Remember, it's the small, seemingly unimportant decisions we make on a daily basis that make the difference. Sweatshops, child labor, deplorable working conditions persist. Why? It's because we keep buying it. If you care about that, buy Made in America. Not only are you supporting our economy, but you know there is some sort of labor laws that they're being adhered to. And don't be intimidated. It doesn't have to be a complete wardrobe overhaul yet, but be aware of it. Do a little research on your phone next time you're sitting on the can of different companies that are made in America. Then next time you're at the store, you'll recognize that name and then maybe you'll buy it over the one made elsewhere. I got an example of this. My wife was at the store the other day. She sent me a picture of a pair of New Balances that actually looked cool. I remembered they were made in America, so I gave her the green light. Bam. Aha! Hold it right there. You see, this guy is full of hot air. Wall Street Journal wrote a fantastic piece about how not all their materials are made in the U.S. So wrong. Don't even try it. No. It's useless. Ha! You're going to get a lot of that when you're trying to make a change. Here's the deal. If corporations see their bottom line is affected by our decisions, then they will shift their business model to accommodate. And then you have capitalistic competition. Then the new hot brand to buy will be the 100% made in America one. Then the next one after that will be the 100% made in America one, but it'll be 50% cheaper. Then the next one after that will be the made in America one, 50% cheaper, but also made from 100% sustainable resources from a factory powered by 100% renewable energy. Get the picture? Capitalism directed by its consumers. It's the next great mankind paradigm shift.